Hi everyone, welcome back to the Model 3 Man channel. It's sometimes very easy to look at the Tesla share price and to feel a little despondent. I'm sitting today, it's down to $208.05. A little while back it was around about the 250 mark, and I do understand the feeling of concern. I mean, I have it myself, having obviously invested in Tesla shares. I do watch the prices from time to time. There's probably no more volatile stock than Tesla shares. I'm going to give you today 12 reasons why Tesla shares are headed in the same direction as the Starship, up. And I'm going to give you 12 compelling reasons that'll give you some encouragement, restore your faith in Tesla shares, and have you hang on to them. Now, I'm not a share analyst, I don't have any credentials, but I'm just telling you, if you have Tesla shares, now's not the time to cash them in. Before I get into that list of 12 reasons why Tesla shares are headed in that direction, I have to tell you that the sad day has come. As you know from the last episode, I mentioned that we were moving to Cozumel. We were selling up here in Canada. The house is now sold. We'll be moving to Cozumel in December. But my channel will continue. But what I do have to do is sell Red Dragon. So my Tesla Model 3 is going. So for anyone who might be interested, or you have a friend, or you may have a family member who's interested, here are the details of the car. It is a red 2018 rear-wheel drive model. It has the premium interior. My mileage right now is in kilometers. It is 78,455. Yes, the car has full self-driving, paid for, comes with a car, does not disappear when somebody else buys it. I've got Tesla roof racks. I've got double door seals that diminish intrusion of noise and of dust. Full protective car cover with a cutout in the front for the battery cooling fan that operates down there. Wireless charging pad for wireless phones. The portable Tesla car charger that allows you to plug into the 110 volt and 240 and use that portable charger. L2 adapter in case you want to charge at an L2 charge station. A magnetic phone attachment on the back of the touch screen, so you can put your phone up and film yourself as you drive if you wanted to, or film the road ahead. I have a yoke steering wheel, and that was installed by Tesla. But I also have the round steering wheel in case you wanted to go back to the old style. You could do that. Weatherproof rubber mats, as well as the original blue fabric mats that have never been used. As those of you who follow the channel will know, the car did have 2 accidents along the way, one where a guy bashed into us from behind, and the other one where a deer ran into the windshield of the car, to be more accurate. But both of those accidents were rebuilt at Tesla authorized and approved centers, underseen by Tesla personnel at one or other stage of the repair. The rebuild was perfect. The paint, the alignment, nothing has suffered as a result of that. In any case, price is 42,000 Canadian, so it's in the 30,000 US. If there's anyone in the US that's interested, see the link down below for full details, and if you're interested, an email address you can get to me on. So why should we be encouraged about the future growth of Tesla and the growth of their share prices? 12 reasons, and here they are. And number 1, November the 30th, the Cybertruck handover ceremony, where the first new owners of the Cybertruck will be given their Cybertrucks on a stage at an event, and that event, the date has been announced, it's November 30th. When the Cybertruck is out, hitting the roads, as it's already been doing, it will garner such interest and so much publicity that the share price is going to go up just on the basis of the massive public interest in the Tesla Cybertruck. Chevy have had to slow down the manufacturing of the Silverado and any of their other trucks. Ford has pulled back on the F-150 Lightning, not just due to the presence of the strike, but due to the fact that Sales have fallen off, demand has fallen off for their vehicle, and that's the perfect environment into which the Tesla Cybertruck can step, take advantage, and expand its footprint in the very lucrative truck market. So there's number one, the Cybertruck. Number two, the long-awaited reveal of the new Tesla Model 2. Well, we don't know that it's going to be the Model 2. In fact, we're pretty sure it won't be called the Model 2. But the entire Gigafactory in Mexico, Nuevo Leon, is going to be devoted to the manufacturing of this vehicle. Because the development of that Gigafactory is somewhat slow, the initial lines of manufacturing will take place in Giga, Texas. And that's where the Model 2 will be put together first. But I'm telling you, when a Tesla available at roughly $25,000 or less gets into the marketplace, it opens up a massive opportunity for people who were never able to afford the existing Model 3 and the Model Y to suddenly be able to afford a Tesla which will have substantially the touchscreen, the same charging experience, the same great drivetrain, meaning the battery and the motor, the same Tesla experience, but for much less money. And this, even in Elon's own estimation, it'll outsell to a tune of more than 4-to-1 the Model Y and the Model 3. And it will open up the market to a whole new demographic. So when that happens, on the night of that reveal, again, it will propel the share price upwards. Number three, new manufacturing techniques. Already we are seeing single front end cast, single rear end, structural battery pack between the two, reducing manufacturing complexity, manufacturing time, and manufacturing cost. But that's not the only way that Tesla are reducing prices. And the bottom line is this: the cost to make even the Model 3 has gone down by 35%. And what does that mean? Well, it means that Tesla can make frequent price reductions as they have been. Forget about the story of reduced margins. That is not important in the grand scheme of things. Tesla can make price reductions, which puts tremendous pressure on the OEM manufacturers who cannot even make an EV profitably. At the moment, outside of China, nobody else makes any profit on making EVs. In fact, they lose thousands of dollars per vehicle. So with every drop in the manufacturing costs, Tesla has committed already to reducing the price to the public. And already, the Model 3 Highland version, which should have been a lot more expensive, is not that much different from the previous Model 3, which of course, as you know, has been dropping in price all along. So new manufacturing techniques, lowered manufacturing cost, much greater ability for Tesla to drop prices and make their cars more affordable. Number four, the release of the long-awaited version 12 of full self-driving. Now I know that you're going to have folks telling you, well, look how long it's taken already, and really, has anyone got a car that drives itself? I don't know if you've been watching YouTube channels where FSD is the main focus of those channels. Many FSD owners are driving cars and saying, I didn't have to intervene. I never had to step on the brake, grab the steering wheel, push the accelerator. I simply did the trip. The other night, I went from Maple Ridge in the darkness, 39-kilometer drive with zero interventions at all. And my passengers were stunned. They'd never been in a car with full self-driving, and they could not get their heads around it. So full self-driving version 12 is a whole different beast. Version 11 has been based upon multiple lines of code that tell the car what to do in which circumstances. Version 12 that Elon demonstrated with probably the worst FSD video demo I've ever seen, but yeah, it was authentic, it was real, and a 40-minute drive with only one intervention. And Elon kept telling us, it feels so smooth. The car is driving so smoothly, like a good human being. And what is version 12 based on? It's based on the neural network learning how to drive by watching thousands, even millions, of videos of good driving. The car learns from those. It learns what to do in every situation, even in edge cases. When that is released, we'll be on the brink of complete full self-driving that will be perfectly safe, adaptable, and drive very much like the best human drivers, only not getting tired like a human driver, not losing awareness, not losing concentration on the road. FSD version 12 make a big difference to share prices. Number 5, the widespread adoption of the NAACS charging standard. NAACS is a grandiose term which stands for North American Charging System, I think it's system. It was Tesla's invention, Tesla's charging standard. They self-titled NAACS. And now, manufacturer after manufacturer have been flocking to Tesla to say, can we use your charging standard? Can we adapt your charging port, put it in our vehicles from 2024, 2025, and go fully into the North American charging standard, namely Tesla's charging standard. Now you have to understand the psychology there. If everyone is using Tesla's charging standard, it's an open acknowledgement that it's the best, that Tesla was right, that the way Tesla has been doing it is way ahead of the rest of the industry, and everyone is having to follow. And that's a psychological advantage that simply raises Tesla's status and profile in the industry and among the general public. Number 6, Tesla's vehicle operating system is super advanced. It allows for over-the-air updates. It allows for locating chargers in the near vicinity, even telling you which chargers are busy and full and which ones have space and which one you should direct your car to go to. Not only that, but the touchscreen includes things like the best mapping system in any vehicle, the best entertainment system. They have perfected the operating system for the car. And there are other OEM manufacturers that are in talks at the moment to be able to license that in-vehicle software and modify it and adapt it for their own cars and their own uses. Making good software is hard, as they're finding out. Tesla has excelled to the point where we don't even think of the software. We treat it like a giant iPad, and we know exactly what to do and how to configure it. And the other manufacturers are coming a-begging. Most of their software doesn't even do over-the-air updates. It's glitchy, it freezes, it hangs, it doesn't have many features. It's just terrible. It won't be long before Tesla is able to reap massive licensing fees just for their in-vehicle software. Number 7, the eventual launch of Robotaxis. Now, people have been saying this is pie in the sky, it's never going to happen. Listen, the minute that full self-driving happens and becomes a reality, that is when Robotaxis will become a reality. Now, I know there's been a lot of negative publicity recently. For example, General Motors' Cruise, self-driving vehicles, that's Cruise, in San Francisco have been kicked out. San Francisco just reversed their permission and told Cruise to take their vehicles. And I think that in Arizona, Nevada, and other places, in Texas as well, where testing is happening, there may well be a rescinding of that permission as well. Here's what makes Tesla's Robotaxi so much more feasible and believable. Tesla is developing full self-driving with drivers at the wheel and in control. You see, Cruise and Waymo, they have no drivers. They have to send a driver out if something goes wrong. Tesla says, no, we'll wait until our software is perfect, until full self-driving has been properly achieved. And during that development process, we'll have drivers at the wheel. And finally, when we develop it, that's when we can take the drivers away and prove that the car knows what it's doing, and Robotaxis will generate income like you cannot even imagine. Number 8, Megapack installation, power packs. Tesla's growth in the power pack industry, in solar panels, in power packs, mega power pack installations, has increased dramatically in the recent third quarter results. It was showing greater growth than almost any other part of their business. And so it's a quiet, kind of a sleeper operation. But when that particular part of Tesla's operations increase dramatically over the next few years, So much profitability will accrue to Tesla through that particular division, and that will have a very positive influence on the share price in the future. Number 9, this is, I can't believe I'm having to say it. There is no Tesla killer on the horizon, or even lurking around a dark corner. For 10 years, the media and vehicle manufacturers, OEMs, have said it's only a matter of weeks or months or years before a Tesla killer comes out and squashes Tesla like a bug, simply swamps them, overwhelms them with new models. Remember GM? They're going to have 25 new models. They can't even get 2 or 3 to work, to sell properly. But you see, it never happened. And here's why. Tesla has remained at least 5 years ahead of the competition. With their price cuts, they've pushed other manufacturers even further back on their heels. And the reality is, other manufacturers are unable to even make a simple profit, not even a small one. They cannot do it. They cannot manufacture at scale. They have not, at least. The Tesla killer is a myth. Tesla is the acknowledged leader in the industry, far and away in front of all the rest. So all those looking for the Tesla killer to appear and Tesla shares to tumble are going to be very disappointed, as they have already been. So, no Tesla killer on the horizon. Rest easy, relax. Number 10. Advertising is coming, and it's even here in small ways. At the previous annual general shareholders meeting, Elon accepted a question from the audience where somebody said, "Why won't you advertise?" And he kind of stood and thought a little bit, or maybe pretended to think, I'm not sure. And then he said, "Okay, we will." And in little ways, they have been advertising. And at airports in different parts of the world, you can see Tesla ads running on full screen, full wall television displays. They're going to do it in much bigger ways. Tesla will advertise. And here's why. Not because they think they have to compete, but because they want to educate the public. Elon's understanding of advertising is that it should be informative, that it teaches people about what Tesla has, what electric vehicles bring, what self-driving is all about, but it informs them in a way that is entertaining as well. So when advertising explodes, you're going to see the general average man in the street, who up to now has somewhat heard the word Tesla, although many haven't, but suddenly they'll be confronted with what Tesla offers and what Tesla vehicles have. And that, with cheaper Tesla vehicles, is going to cause the market to explode. So advertising is here. Number 11, a very underrated growth factor in Tesla, the bot. Optimus Prime, the Tesla bot, which in the beginning was just a joke. It was kind of a sideshow. No one took it seriously at all until a few months ago, when it was a demonstration or a video that came out. Unbelievable improvement in the way that AI was helping to drive the behaviors of the bot, in sorting little blocks, in responding to changes in its environment. The AI that Tesla is developing, real-world AI, generalized AI, is going to be the basis for not only full self-driving in their cars, but the normal everyday behaviors of the bot. And when those bots are capable of working in a Tesla gigafactory and able to do so at a dramatically reduced cost than a human being, Tesla's cost of manufacturing is going to go way down once again. Just getting them to work in non-unionized Tesla factories is going to give Tesla another head advantage over its competition. So watch out for that bot army. Optimus Prime and all his friends will be here soon. It's going to make a difference to the valuation of the company. And finally, number 12. In part, the reduced price that we see now on the shares is due to Elon's rather subdued performance in the quarterly 3 results. People said he was depressed and he was negative. Well, no, he was realistic. He knows that the economic climate determines whether people splash out on new vehicles. His frequent dropping of the price has been in part due to trying to counteract the higher interest rates, the reduced incentive to buy a car. He's been trying to balance those two, and as a result, margins have fallen, but sales have been maintained. And yes, Elon's concerned, and he doesn't want to expand too rapidly because in a market of high interest rates and low sales, no one should be spending more than they can afford to on development, on manufacturing, on new factories, on things that can be delayed without cost to the company's future. But I will tell you this, that doesn't mean that Elon stops investing in R&D, that he stops expanding his existing gigafactories. It just means that, like any cautious businessman, he's pulling back a little bit just in order to be able to keep his powder dry, have the resources he needs, and when the economic climate changes, when interest rates go down and people's take-home pay increases, Elon is right there ready to take advantage. Already, Tesla sells as many cars as they manufacture. Just wait until the economic climate is once again positive for vehicle purchases and watch and see how Tesla takes advantage. So there it is. 12 compelling reasons why Tesla's share prices are going to head in the same direction as the Starship. And that is ever upwards and onwards. If you're interested in purchasing Red Dragon, my Model 3, before we leave, go down to the video details below and click on the link. So with that, and until next time, look after yourselves, drive your car safely, and if you don't have a Tesla, please feel free to use my referral code to get some money off when you do purchase one, because I'm going to assume you're going to purchase a Tesla. Thanks once again, and we'll see you in the next episode. Cheers for now.